While you slept in this morning, someone just like you made their first million. You know what's crazy? It's not about working harder. It's not about some secret investment. It's about something your brain does every single morning that's quietly destroying your future. Elon Musk does it. Oprah does it. Even that kid who dropped out and built a company worth more than your hometown, he does it too. And no, I'm not talking about the waking up at 5 a.m. I'm talking about something way more powerful, something that happens in the first 90 seconds after you open your eyes. Stick around because what I'm about to show you will completely change how you think about success. Let me tell you about Marcus, 22 years old, lives in his parents' basement, watches his high school friends posting vacation photos while he's eating cereal at 2 p.m. in his underwear. He's not lazy, he actually wants it. He watches videos like this one, saves motivational quotes, even bought a course or two, but every morning the same thing happens. His alarm goes off, and there's this voice, you know the one. Just 5 more minutes. You'll start tomorrow. You deserve rest. What's one day gonna change anyway? And he listens every single time. Here's what Marcus doesn't understand. And honestly, what most people never figure out. That voice, that's not you being lazy. That's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. Protect you, keep you safe, keep you comfortable. See, your brain has this thing called the amygdala. It's basically your internal bodyguard. And it has one job, keep you alive. And you know what's not safe? Change, risk, doing something you've never done before. So your brain throws everything it's got at you to keep you right where you are. Because where you are, that's familiar, and familiar equals safe, even if where you are is slowly killing your dreams. Now here's where it gets interesting. Billionaires, they have the exact same brain you do, same amygdala, same protective mechanisms, same voice telling them to stay comfortable. Jeff Bezos had it when he left his 6-figure Wall Street job to sell books online. Sarah Blakely had it when she cut the feet off her pantyhose and tried to sell the idea to manufacturers who laughed at her. The voice was there, screaming at them to stop. But here's the difference. They found the off switch, and once you know where it is, everything changes. Because discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do hard things. It's about reprogramming the voice, making it work for you instead of against you. And that's exactly what we're about to do. Okay, so here it is, the actual formula. And I'm warning you right now, this is gonna sound too simple. Your brain is literally gonna tell you that can't be it. But that's the point. The Billionaire discipline formula has 3 parts. And if you nail these 3 things, you literally cannot fail. Part 1, the first decision. This is the big one, the one that changes everything. Every single morning you wake up and your brain immediately starts negotiating with you. Successful people, they don't negotiate. They make one decision when they're at their strongest, usually the night before, and they treat it like a law of physics, not a suggestion, not a goal, a law, like gravity. You don't negotiate with gravity. You don't wake up and think, should I fall down today or nah? You just accept it. Let me give you an example. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, sends his first email at 4:30 a.m. every single day. You think he wakes up at 4:15 and thinks about it, weighs the pros and cons, has an internal debate? No, he decided once, years ago, and now his brain doesn't even question it anymore. It's just what happens. That's the secret. You're not building discipline, you're building automaticity. You make the decision once, when you're motivated, when you're clear-headed, when you're strong. And then you remove the decision from your future self. Because future you, the one who just woke up, that person's an idiot. Don't trust them with important decisions. Your 11 p.m. self is smarter than your 6 a.m. self. Use that. Part 2, the 2-minute rule. This is how billionaires beat resistance before it even starts. Here's what kills most people. They think discipline means doing the whole thing, running 5 miles, writing for 2 hours, building the entire business plan, and their brain sees that mountain and says absolutely not. So here's what the successful ones do instead. They commit to 2 minutes, just 2. Not 2 minutes as a trick to do more, actually 2 minutes. Because here's the neuroscience. Starting is the hardest part, literally. Your brain uses more energy deciding to start than it does actually doing the thing. So you remove the decision. You make it so small, so easy, that your brain can't even justify saying no. Put on running shoes, that's it. Don't run, just shoes. Open the laptop, don't write, just open it. And here's what happens 99% of the time. Once you start, you keep going. Because inertia works both ways. Part 3, the identity shift. This is the one that separates people who try from people who transform. Most people operate on outcomes. I want to make $1 million, I want to lose 20 pounds, I want to build a business. Billionaires? They operate on identity. They don't say, I want to be successful. They say, I am someone who does not quit. They don't say, I should work out. They say, I am someone who trains. You see the difference? One is something you're trying to do. The other is who you are. And your brain will do anything to stay consistent with your identity. If you see yourself as someone who's lazy, you'll find ways to be lazy, even when you're trying not to be. But if you see yourself as someone who executes, who follows through, who doesn't negotiate with themselves, your brain will make that true, even on days when you don't feel like it, because staying consistent with your identity is more powerful than any motivation. Let me tell you what happened to Marcus. Remember him? Basement. Cereal at 2 p.m. He found this formula, and he started small. First night, he made one decision. I'm waking up at 7 a.m., not to do anything crazy, just to wake up. Set his alarm across the room so he had to stand up to turn it off. That's the first decision, made once, at night, when he was strong. Next morning, alarm goes off, he stands up. The voice starts, okay, you're up, just go back to bed now. But he remembered the 2-minute rule. I'm just gonna put on real clothes, that's it, 2 minutes. So he does. And once he's dressed, he thinks, well, I'm already up, might as well make coffee. Before he knows it, he's at his desk, working on the business idea he'd been putting off for 8 months. But here's the real shift. After 30 days, something changed. He stopped seeing himself as the guy, trying to get his life together. He started seeing himself as someone who doesn't negotiate. Identity shift. And once that happened, the discipline became automatic. No more voice, no more resistance, just execution. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, your brain isn't gonna give up without a fight. See, you've been training it for years to take the easy path, to negotiate, to quit when things get uncomfortable. And now you're asking it to do the opposite. It's gonna rebel. Around day 3, you're gonna wake up and the voice will be loud. This is stupid, this isn't working. You're not cut out for this. Look at you, pretending to be disciplined. Day 7, you'll have a bad day. Something will go wrong, and the voice will say, see, this is a sign, just stop. Day 14, you'll feel tired, and the voice will offer you a deal. Just take today off, you've earned it, you'll start again tomorrow. This is the invisible enemy I was talking about. And this is exactly where most people quit. They think they failed, they think they're weak. But actually, this is the proof it's working. Your brain only fights this hard when you're actually changing. Comfort doesn't put up resistance, growth does. Here's what billionaires know that you don't. Discipline isn't about never feeling resistance. It's about expecting it, honoring it even, and doing the thing anyway. Oprah talks about this. She calls it the sacred struggle. The moment when everything in you says stop, and you keep going anyway. That moment, that's not failure, that's the breakthrough happening in real time. See, your brain builds new neural pathways through repetition, but it only keeps them if you prove they're necessary. Every time you push through resistance, you're telling your brain, this is who we are now. This is what we do. And around week 3, something incredible happens. The voice gets quieter. Not because you got stronger, but because your brain gave up trying to stop you. It accepted the new identity. And that's when discipline becomes effortless. That's when you become the person who just does it. No thought, no negotiation, just execution. And Marcus? 6 months later, he's not in the basement anymore. He's running his own agency, making more in a month than he used to make in 6. But that's not even the best part. The best part? He doesn't even recognize the person he used to be. The guy who negotiated with himself every morning. That guy's gone. He's someone different now. Someone who decided once and never looked back. Someone who doesn't need motivation because discipline is his identity. And the crazy thing? He tells people it wasn't even that hard. Because once you make the shift, once you stop fighting yourself, everything else becomes easy. So here's my question for you. How long are you going to keep negotiating with yourself? How many more mornings are you going to wake up and choose comfort over growth? How many more years are you going to watch other people who aren't smarter than you, people who aren't more talented than you, build the life you keep saying you want? Because here's the truth. You already know what you need to do. You knew before you clicked this video. The formula is right here. First decision, 2-minute rule, identity shift. It's not complicated, it's actually stupidly simple. The only question is, are you actually gonna do it? Or are you gonna watch this, feel inspired for 20 minutes, and then go right back to negotiating with yourself tomorrow morning? Your brain is betting you'll quit. It's counting on it. Prove it wrong. Make one decision tonight. Just one. About who you're going to be tomorrow morning. And then honor it like a law. Because the person you want to become, they're not coming to save you. You have to build them, one decision at a time. Starting right now. If this hit you in the chest, hit that subscribe button. Because we're building an army of people who don't negotiate with themselves anymore. And I'll see you in the next one. Now go decide.